Hey guys, it's Carra. I want to tell you a little bit about the Anchor app. It's got to be the easiest way possible to make a podcast. Let me tell you about it. Number one, it's free. There's creation tools that allow you to record your podcast right from your phone or computer, like I'm doing right now. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and tons of other platforms. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. So even if you're just getting started, kind of like I am, you can still make a little coin. It's everything you need to make a podcast all in one place. So there's no reason for you to not download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started today. Hello and welcome back to another episode of It's a Jungle in Here. I am your host, Carra, aka Nerdy Girl. And yeah, like I said, we're back. It's been a little while, but thank you for sticking with us. In this week's episode, we cover a highly contested topic that I have been meaning to talk to a couple of you about for a while. So, I hope you enjoy. As always, be sure to share your commentary on the Anchor app. And you can download the Anchor app to Android or iPhone. And if you want to listen on the web, you can always do so at anchor.fm, which is the home of the podcast, It's a Jungle in Here, but also a great place for you to make your own podcast if you feel so inspired. This is the Asian thing. It might still be on the spicy stuff.
This is why you need some rice for that.
And you said rice?
Yo.
Body count and freak number.
Body count, man.
Go.
How many people you fuck?
Exactly. And freak number is exactly what it sounds like. I mean, unless that needs definition.
Your history.
No.
From the beginning.
No. Freak number like on a scale, if there is a scale, how would you rate yourself or how would someone rate you?
What's the worst?
That's for you to define.
Nah, but a scale would be like from 1 through 10, how much of a freak are you?
Yes. If 1 through 10 is the litmus, then yeah.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna be about a 4 there, because there's a lot of shit I ain't doing. Who determines that freak scale?
Whomever. It's very subjective. It's super subjective. But you say you feel like a 4?
Some motherfuckers think that I do everything, but I also don't do enough. I'm not fucking with no niggas.
Fair.
I ain't letting no bitch piss on me.
I'm about to fuck you in the ass.
That's lame.
What you talking about earlier?
I ain't letting no bitch shit on me.
Has this been requested of you?
I mean, I'm 30 now, so I didn't.
Did you say 3-0?
Yeah.
Damn.
I'm older
Life
than
left
that.
to live.
I done heard
Older
some
than that.
shit. I done been asked some shit, and I done been like.
And you respectfully declined? Or were you grossed out? Were you grossed out? If somebody came with some
Yeah,
like
I had a
shit
chick
that
trying
you
to eat
felt
my
like,
ass before, and she was with it, and she caught me off guard, and I almost mushed her fucking face off.
why was that the reaction?
What is you doing putting your tongue in my manly ass?
She was feeling you, obviously.
Yeah, but I ain't with that. That's some shit you tell me you about to do.
So obviously she didn't get your consent beforehand. She just tried to go straight tongue and ass.
I'm not with nothing that's gonna make me feel like that wasn't no G shit.
I mean, that's fair. That's fair. I think the only gratifying sexual experience is one that you actually enjoy. If you're not enjoying it, then it's pointless. But on the same token, that's why a lot of bitches out here ain't doing the shit that maybe you want to do because they don't feel honored by that shit. They don't want to do it. Like, you can tell the difference between a bitch that's sucking dick because she's okay with it and a bitch that's doing it because you asked her to do it. If her heart's not in that shit, it's going to feel different. Same thing with anything, right?
Yeah, that kind of do make sense.
Yeah, and nobody who wants to have sex with somebody that doesn't want to have sex with you the way that you're trying to have sex with them? Exactly. And there's somebody that's into that too.
Yeah, actually, that's some people's fetish.
Definitely.
You don't want to record?
There's whole porn categories.
There we go.
There's whole porn categories dedicated to that.
Oh, well, I didn't know shit about shit. With my perspective. Is the question, what is your freak number, or do you have a freak number? Is my
Yeah, either. Both. Whichever.
Okay, so here's my whole thing. From a 1 to 10, am I a freak? I would have to say
You a 14.
wrong. See, how would you know?
I'll just do that.
I used to be a Tatiana. Let's just be real, okay? Because it's a lot of girls like me that was caught up in this.
You know, there's some dudes who feel like they can.
I was a hoe. Okay, back in my 20s, I was a hoe.
What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that?
I mean,
like you would define yourself.
You
that
know
way,
what?
or
I
like
was
somebody
always
would
in
define
a
you that way?
relationship. I was always fucking somebody, but I never was the type of person where I was just fucking so many people at once. That's not what I mean. So in that retrospect, I don't think I was a hoe. But I was just like in society standard to women versus men, they would consider me a hoe. But I was just doing the same thing that
Did somebody call you a hoe? Is that what you feel like that?
Of course. Like my ex's mama, his sister, you know, people that think they know me want to still label me for the things I used to do.
Did everybody who called you a hoe, had any person who called you a hoe actually slept with you?
Sleep with me?
Yeah.
You call me a hoe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it after
you
stopped? Was it after you stopped sleeping with them?
Mm-hmm.
Ain't that a bitch?
That always happens though.
Ain't that a bitch?
That's the go-to.
Right.
You a fucking hoe because
you're not
fucking me anymore.
Because I don't have access anymore. You're a hoe.
No.
If you fucking 10 motherfuckers and all their hearts are involved with you.
He got 12 kids.
You might have some hope.
7 baby mamas. So who's
why
really
if all their hearts are involved? Why if all of their hearts are involved? If
you're a hoe, because if you're a hoe, if you're an actual hoe. I mean, does the body count make you a hoe?
Yeah, you don't. Let me tell you, you don't fucking
if you see nothing wrong with fucking 17 motherfuckers at the same time and they don't see anything wrong with it,
that's nasty.
You ain't a hoe.
You definitely a hoe.
You just,
I agree with you. You are in denial. That's a hoe. So that compared to what I was doing, hell no, I wasn't a hoe. I was just like everybody else.
I see a hoe as hurting somebody
at the same time.
I see a hoe as doing something that potentially could hurt somebody.
Okay, you fucking with 17 people. That's HPV. Come on now, that's general wars.
First of all, pretend diseases do not exist.
But they do exist.
They don't exist.
That's why it's called
in this world, no. There can be hoes without diseases.
Okay, but there's over 144 HPVs.
I know, but we're going to say hoes existed before disease.
Let's put STDs in a vacuum.
Before diseases existed, hoes still existed.
For the purpose of this conversation.
No, they didn't.
Oh, that's what I'm trying to say. Like,
wait, I'm very confused by your definition of a hoe. Why is it because if feelings are involved, why does that make it a hoe? Why can't anyone, whether it be male or female, be successfully engaged in a meaningful connection?
I want that
with multiple people.
But that shit don't ain't real.
What about that makes them a hoe? Whereas being a whore, an actual working prostitute, is transactional and absent of emotion.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
So which one is really the hoe? Is it the prostitute or is it the one?
I don't feel like none of this shit. If you're doing what you're allowed to do, if you're doing what a motherfucker will let you do,
I would say has no feeling and just sexually needs sex.
And a hoe got a feeling. A hoe got a feeling for that motherfucker.
A hoe could be you can be in love with 100 different people, and I do not discourage. I mean, I don't disclaim that you can be in love with 100 different people. Some people can't. Some people can't.
You cannot be in love with 100 people.
Yes,
you
can
only be in love with one person.
All right, you got 5 kids. You got 5 kids. Which one do you choose to die? Which one do you love the least?
Can't think like that.
It is the exact same thing.
No, it ain't.
Yes, it is.
Hey.
Who tells me my kid that I had with a woman that's not related to me has any less meaning than the 20 people that I'm fucking with?
Okay.
Why do I gotta love one less than the other?
Okay, this is what don't make sense to me because you sound just like my ex and we just had this conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. If you sleeping around with multiple people, you can't love them. Period. You
Yes,
can't.
you
Lying.
Lying.
Cannot. Your
Just-
dick love them.
You are.
But your heart don't.
No.
Your dick love it.
Okay. You're
Yeah.
telling somebody else what they can't do though, because you.
You
can't
know
do
why?
it.
Because
you
love.
can't do
Nah,
it.
because real love, when you love somebody,
I
you're not
know
gonna
for a
be sleeping
fact.
around with 4 or 5
Look
people.
here,
You don't
I can
want
give my
to.
heart and full soul to 100 different people. Full
It's
soul.
called soul ties.
No.
You got soul ties, baby. That ain't
If I
love.
really wanted to do that, I could.
It doesn't exist.
But
no way.
you,
That's not love.
Because-
That's
Explain Erica Badu then. Explain.
but because
The
that's not
Queen
you,
Badu.
you
Because
can't
we
tell
are,
me
we
that I
are,
can't.
we are created to love
Are
one
we?
person.
Are we?
Yes, that's
Why?
why we have
Are we?
one penis and one vagina.
Not everybody.
I don't think so.
There are
Well,
physical anomalies.
We are
that
like
exist in the world.
birds.
For sure.
We are supposed to mate for life.
Who said?
Only the
Who said that?
penguin.
Who
Only
said
the
that?
penguin does that. For
Who said
life.
that? Who defines this?
Society.
No.
The way
No,
that.
society convinced
Okay.
you.
Okay. Here's the thing
Yeah,
now.
that's a struggle.
If
for
that,
me.
if you believe that is true, then there wouldn't be such a thing as illegal prostitution. The bottom line is this.
No, there's illegal prostitution
Those are
because you
society
can't
different
tax
things.
that shit. That's the only reason that prostitution is illegal, because you can't tax pussy, because pussy doesn't
And
have
the
a
reason
card reader.
prostitution is shamed is because motherfuckers that cannot do that shame them.
Right.
Because they can't
And why
do that.
is that? Because
Because they
society
feel
has
bad
created
if
that.
they try to do the same
We are
thing.
supposed to be in
Okay, but
Monogamy is
monogamy
man-made.
relationships for
How so?
civilization
Monogamy is
to
when you say
prosper
society,
properly.
when you say society, you speaking for the world, and that's not
No,
factual.
I mean monogamy.
When, I feel like when she says society, she means the motherfuckers that convinced her to
That's
adopt
exactly-
and the
a
ones
structure.
that still are in our
And
lives.
we need structure.
Some
do
people
I have
need
to be
structure.
the conservative ear here?
Maybe.
There are
That's
no,
fine.
there is no structure. There's just chaos.
No, chaos brings about the need for
Doesn't bring.
structure.
No, it's the need. It's
Chaos shows us that we need structure. That's why man was made to be with one mate and
That
multiply the earth in a structural
That
way.
is an
So,
attainment.
okay,
That's
other
an
than that,
opinion.
you're gonna
That
have
is an
chaos.
So
opinion.
if you feel that way,
That's
then
why
what-
you have hoes.
Right, but okay, so
Prostitutes
if you
out
feel that way, what convinced you then to actively embark upon your hoe phase? If
I
you-
was in my 20s doing that. Now in my 30s, I'm about getting money and finding one person that want to get
So
money
what-
with
but there
me.
was something attractive about
Procreate.
it once upon a
It
time.
was called
right?
my hormones.
Okay.
I wanted to fuck. So
you don't
I
feel
fucked
you
who I
don't
wanted
feel
to
same
fuck.
set desire to
Not
fuck now.
now, no.
Okay.
Now I'm on I want to fuck and suck good dick.
Mm-hmm.
I need good dick. I had good dick, but this motherfucker wanted to be a hoe. He told me last week, he said, all I
That's
want to
the
do is
bias.
fuck hoes. I said, nigga, you almost 40 years old and you still on the same shit you was doing
That's
when you
that
was
midlife
16
crisis
years
bullshit.
old, and all you want to do is stick your dick in everything. And you got a good ass woman here that's ready
But
to
he's
ride
a
it down
man
for
and
you.
you're a woman.
Yeah,
What does
because
that
you know he has a
It
big
means
dick
that
and
women
people
are
want it.
way up here on a pedestal.
So no,
Men are down here.
he feels like he can get whatever he wants, so that's
No.
why he acts the way he acts. So guess what my
He's not as
response was?
important as you
That's
are.
why I fucked
You are
your
the
brother.
creator of life.
That's why I fucked your cousins. That's why I fucked your best friend. You should have never brought your best friend to my house.
You are
That's
the
what got
creator
that
of
right.
life.
And that's
We're
why
not
when he
supposed to be
asked me
equal.
about all that, I said, no, I didn't do none of that.
So that was vindication. Yeah.
Do I
that was-
sound, well, this is
Yeah.
why women are
That's the
vindictive.
bias. Yeah, and
Because
it is the
perhaps
common story.
The bottom
I've heard
line
this so many
is
times before.
men make women hoes.
No.
Yes.
No, but
yes.
you shouldn't
No.
be
Yes.
hoe.
No, here's
You shouldn't
I would
Go
never.
from
shouldn't compare
relationship
yourself
to
to a man.
relationship. Okay, giving up the pussy, and then the minute you start a relationship, it's over. You go to the next one, you fuck them, it's over. You going through a whole cycle. Men make women like that because you're constantly looking for love. You're looking for somebody to love you the right way.
Well,
I'm
there's
done
twice
with
as
that.
many women as
I'd
there are
rather be
men.
by myself than be a hoe anymore.
There's twice as many women as there are men. And men, one man can impregnate every woman on earth in 2 weeks.
But there's a reason why he can't.
Why
and he doesn't.
is that? Why can he
He
do
could
that, though?
physically.
Because the woman has the power to say no to the man.
You're supposed to
I don't want to be a hoe. You ain't tapping this
We
pussy.
are meant to spread seed and be
And
a
that's why you
fucking
have
hoe.
prostitutes
Okay?
that get paid to spread their legs. This
How?
is the
What?
issue
How?
Women
with
should
being a
be
hoe.
way more
Y'all
protective
men need to
of their
learn how to
bodies
keep
than
your
men.
dicks
How so?
in
Men
your
do
pants.
not matter as much as women.
The problem
So
is
women
men
Biologically, we don't matter as much as women.
Why can't men just keep their dicks in their pants?
Because we can't.
Oh gosh,
Are
son
you
of a
spiteful
bitch.
of that?
Yes, I am.
You can be spiteful of that, but that is
The
not
double
going to
standard,
change
and
I don't
anything.
understand.
What if
all
I
these
just
hard
said I
and
just
want
never
fast
to
change.
rules.
Well, then you'll
Because
just be bitter
society-
forever.
I don't understand all these hard and fast rules. Men can't keep their dicks in their pants. Women should make sure that
Women
they're
should.
chaste and fucking pure.
No, not chase.
And like
Just
reserved.
Pure. Yes, pure.
How?
Pure.
Because
though?
you're God.
But then you
We're
I
not.
understand.
and then you get
God,
to go around fucking everything and spreading
but God
disease.
is
Yes.
everything.
Oh,
God is
not
both light
disease.
and dark.
That's
God-
what
Pretend
men
disease
do.
didn't exist.
Well, I can't
Disease
forget it.
don't exist.
Nature
She's gonna
created
keep
it.
coming back
No,
to
nature did not create it.
That nature
The
created
scientists
it. Tell these
created
men,
it.
hey,
I'll
slow
tell
that
you who
roll
created
down.
it. Rockefeller created it.
Conagra
Because let me
created
tell you
it.
how nasty it
Philadelphia.
is. Men are so gross.
Enron
Men are
created
hoes.
disease.
So gross. This is why nature created disease. Because
Nature did not.
men are so horny in such Tatiana hoe ways that they'll go fuck animals. They'll fuck dogs. They'll fuck
That is-
anything that has a hole. And then
back to the
they go
syphilis.
back and fuck their wives and they
you go, very
mistresses and they
European.
prostitutes. No condoms back in the day. So all these
and the
diseases
diseases
spreading
did not
from
exist
animal.
back in the day.
Yes, they
It had
did. There are whole
to.
civilizations
Yes,
that have
syphilis,
syphilis.
very curable diseases
Oh,
existed
you are
back in the
delusional.
day.
But
You
there's
are
like
just
syphilis
delusional.
Very-
fever.
problem.
There,
Syphilis
Al
comes from
Capone
fucking
died
sheep.
of syphilis fever.
It was
rotted his
created
fucking
from fucking
brain.
sheep.
So
It
was
was
he
from
fucking sheep or
Europeans
was he
fucking
fucking
sheep.
prostitute?
This is exactly why
It
you
ain't
should
his
not be
fault for
hoes.
getting it.
I think
How?
this.
If he stuck his dick in whatever was carrying it, that was a choice. He got it.
Nah.
But he
It was
didn't
a
know
choice.
it existed before that.
So
That's why Zach
he
died
knew when
at
them itchies and
45.
scratchies landed on his shit, and he was like, "Oh well, I'ma just still fuck." That was also a choice.
Yeah, and what about
I'm never gonna
lice?
look into
Not
this.
lice, what is
Oh, I'm
it?
gonna die
Crabs?
from this.
What about crabs?
My crabs.
Okay, you want to act like that doesn't exist?
Crabs goes away. That's just from being dirty and fucking dirty people and being dirty. And just-
Keyword.
Well, there you have it.
You could just
So-
shower and
so
they
this
could
is-
just shower
This is
before y'all
why
fuck.
society
Showers
has
don't get rid of
determination
crabs?
of hoes.
But it wouldn't have existed before that.
So from a
Crabs
one
is
to
from
10
dirty
in
But if
my hoe,
motherfuckers
It's
showered,
from, it's
crabs
from
would
multiple
never have
dirty
happened.
fuckings. Just dirty fuckings.
What I'm trying to understand is the shame that is involved with the
Men.
interaction. Like I don't understand
Men.
how I
It's
can't
a stigmata.
fathom.
and the women.
I can't fucking fathom being so hurt by a man that my only course of action is to fuck somebody close to him. Like what type of gift that is? Hey, your homeboy
That's
broke my
a
heart.
I
Now
get
I'm about
that.
to give you a present, my nigga. You want some pussy, and you get some pussy, and you get some
I get
pussy.
that, and it
That-
backfired.
yeah, I don't understand why you wouldn't think it would backfire.
You know what it was? Let me tell you, when I did it, I didn't think that I would ever still fuck with him again. And then 8 years later went by, and I said, damn, I'm still fucking with your ass.
But see, you keep circling back to this shame.
Yeah.
If in the absence of shame, what if he never gave a fuck? What if you fucked all of those
He
people
said he didn't care.
and he never cared?
A woman.
I said I didn't care about
So
my
then-
brother fucking so
I know he cares. That's why I had to lie, and I'm still keeping up this lie.
Damn,
It's been 8 years. I want to go on and tell him.
that's
but
a
I know
lot to keep track of. I can't remember what the fuck
can't.
I ate for
so
dinner
I
yesterday.
just tell him no. I just say
God
no,
damn.
no, I didn't fuck your
Admit it.
brother. No, I didn't fuck your cousin. No, nothing.
And you don't fear that they will ever tell
Of course
him?
they told him.
What?
They told him.
Let me
Let me
tell
tell
you
you something he
something.
did
Let me.
was so
Ooh.
crazy. This nigga
I'm gonna put a
set
pin
me
in
up.
this because I really.
yeah, and these are two
This
different
nigga set
subjects.
me up.
The shame and the
Okay, because this. No, it's all hoish ways. It's all the same thing, hoe ways.
Hoish ways is
Okay, so it all
biased.
boils down to hoe ways. So during my hoe ways, when I was doing this nigga set me up. This happened maybe about a year ago. This nigga set me up. He had his cousin that I fucked come and sit inside my car. Just like that. Out of nowhere. He was like, yeah, I'm here. Me and my cousin come by. I didn't know it was going to be that cousin. Because he wanted to see
It was
how
a setup. They were talking about you
Of
on the way
course.
there.
Of
You
course
have to
it was
absolutely
set
know.
up.
They were probably plotting
it was
on
a
the
plot
threesome
set up.
on their way.
And just to see how I'd react with him in the car. I didn't say shit. I didn't look at that nigga. I just was acting normal and shit. But when they got out the car, I was like, oh, hell fuck no. So there is no point of being a hoe because when you get caught up in this shit, you get caught up. And I still have to keep the lie going.
You don't
I
have to
wanna
keep
tell
shit
him-
going. Can I just absolve
But
you
if
of that
I
guilt
tell
right now?
him,
You don't
you
have to
gonna
keep
be
shit
like,
going.
you gonna stay in your whole lane.
No,
When
if
I
you
wanted
tell
to marry
him,
him,
if
he
you
gonna beat
tell
my
him,
ass.
he's
That's
gonna
where it
fuck
lies.
with you if he
loved him,
wants
you wanted to
to.
marry him.
And I fucked up. So it's not gonna happen.
But you only fucked up because you did something out of spite.
Yeah,
if
he
you
hurt
cut
me.
his clothes, or if you know, fucked his shoes up, or if you did something like that,
He just
if it
won't
was
leave the
done out
hoes
of
alone.
spite, it would just be done out of spite.
And then
Just
he
because
acted
you
like he
chose to
didn't care.
fuck somebody, why does that make it worse?
You said man was fucked up.
What? What you mean man was fucked up?
I'm saying, you did some fucked up shit. Men don't do shit like that.
Men definitely do shit like that.
All the time?
They'll fuck your sister, your mama,
Your mama. That's
your
the
best
worst.
friend.
Maybe I
Well,
will
and
fuck
listen,
his daddy.
How
but
about
all of
this?
that.
How about this?
His daddy had a
How about we
big
just
dick.
say? How about we just say?
They know
humans
too much.
do shit like that.
Anyway,
Hey,
it's-
the
they-
son had a big
someone
dick, not understanding daddy,
vindictive.
'cause daddy
Someone
was 13.
vindictive will make a vindictive move if given the opportunity. That's just it. That's just it.
That's just human.
So the key word is
I can't be
dudes
mad
don't
at a
hurt.
woman that's spiteful because I probably did some worse shit.
Yeah.
I ain't never fucked nobody out of
Don't
spite.
fuck,
That's
don't
wild
fuck a
to
woman
me.
heart over. That's general.
You absolutely should not. You should not hurt anyone's
Fucked
feelings
up in
for
the
fear that their feelings will be hurt, but especially, I guess.
A woman heart, a scorned woman.
Don't scorn her.
Blah,
A
blah.
scorned man is
Good
way
woman,
worse
bad
than a
woman.
scorned woman, in my personal
And
opinion.
it takes way less to scorn a man.
Way less.
No, it
Niggas
don't.
be butthurt about
Yeah,
the
it does.
dumbest shit.
Really?
The dumbest shit.
I'll fuck your mama over the stupidest shit.
Oh, you mean they spiteful? Dudes are spiteful like that?
Yes,
Not
absolutely.
even spiteful. It'd be like not even a big deal. But damn, you cash the weed out. Where's your mama at?
For real?
That's how petty it can be.
Or like you didn't make me a sandwich. Where your mama at?
Yes.
You do.
Ah! Oh, you ate all the you ate the last of the ham? Where your mom at?
Or you disrespect. You said something embarrassing in front of a guest that don't even matter.
Right. Oh, they'll
The-
remember that
The
shit.
electrical dude was over fixing some shit.
The whole scene
and
will
you
go
said
black
some-
and white and they'll zoom in on a nigga face over that
See,
shit.
that makes me not
You
even
said
want to
something
be there.
embarrassing in front of the water dude.
That nigga be like, I hate this bitch.
I'm fucking
Fucking
everything.
your best friend.
I'm fucking everything that's gonna
crazy.
hurt her because
It's
she
crazy.
said something in front of the utility dude.
So that's how guys are. Wow, I didn't know that. That's real
But
petty.
you know, I mean, like petty comes in all shapes and sizes, though. It really
That's just some
truly
dudes, and it
does.
depends on where they're at in life too.
Yeah.
Same with women.
Okay, so let's go
Where
back.
you're at in life
Where's
is
your
a
dick
big
count?
factor.
Can we all share that then?
Ooh, you want to drop numbers?
Yeah, we all have to drop.
Woo,
Myra, you
numbers?
start first. You're the rapper.
I had sex with 4 women out of 30 years.
Liar. Come
You
on
ain't
now.
gotta lie, bro. This is
Myron, I
Yeah,
see
I
a
got a
different
list in
bitch
my
at
phone,
your house
literally.
every time I come over there. So what you talking
11:57.
about? That's a lot. Right, so what's,
I'm just
I'll
kidding.
tell my
It's not
number. My body count, I would have to say.
you don't have to drop
Yeah,
your number.
yeah. No.
I'm giving a random.
Yes, you gonna make me feel
approximate.
You don't have to drop
I'm
your
gonna
number.
drop it.
It's not required. I just
No,
want to know
let
how
her
you
drop
feel
that
about
number.
it.
Cause
I
then
just
they
know how
don't
you
feel
feel about body
Let her
count.
drop that
They
Don't do
multiply.
it.
Let her drop that
Let me think. Alright, I ain't gonna drop it. But let me
number.
just say like
Claire,
this.
drop the number.
I know what I'm doing in the bedroom.
Drop the
Even
number.
if I didn't
I'm
have
no
sex.
stranger to the penis.
Alright, even if I
That's what you
had, I
wanna
didn't
know.
have sex.
4500.
No, it ain't
Two
more
digits
than that.
or
It ain't been. I know.
2 digits
I know
or
it.
3.
I know it ain't more than that. Definitely not.
It ain't
500.
one digit. So is it
But-
2 digits or 3?
But it definitely ain't 1.
Because I'd
2,
be
3,
sad. I'd be like, oh, I'm so sorry.
Right.
I mean,
I'm
they
gotta get you out
so
here.
sorry.
Right, yeah, we got a
Get you
man.
out.
You and that
And
one
that's-
digit.
Dedicate my Saturday to finding you.
Nah, it
Them
ain't that.
extra
But we
digits,
just put it
baby.
like this. After a certain number, you
If
stop
this is
counting.
what it takes,
Yeah.
I will
So,
help you
I
gain
have
those
an estimate,
digits.
but in
An
regards to
estimate.
freak level, I would have to say I'm about a 9.
Okay. Out of
9 out of 10.
okay.
The reason why I say a 9 is because there are a few things I will not do that I don't like to do. I'm not sucking your toes.
Oh yeah, you
First-
lost already. I need my toes.
First, I'm
Says the
not
4.
sucking your
Says the 4. I need my toes sucked.
I
Says
need
the
my toes
4.
That's number 1.
I don't care about toes, but
You know, I licked the dude's ass before, and I told somebody at work that
One
they
dude?
went crazy.
this is where we get back to them digits.
They went crazy.
Did they? Why?
Huh?
Why they went crazy? Like, oh girl, I can't believe
I
you
said
did that
shit?
I did it to one guy. The guy was with for
or
like
they
a
went
long
crazy
time.
like the Apollo.
The first time we did it, I licked his booty, and I was hesitating in the process of licking his booty. I didn't want to do it because this is my first time licking booty. I'm like,
Basically,
this
my
is
ass
sad
was
queen, you know. But he
Why
was a
would
clean
you?
ass nigga.
Why would you do that to her?
What did he say?
Why would you do that to me? I'm
Because she wants you to enjoy yourself.
Right. So
She's not trying to
I
do
did
it to
one
like hurt
time.
your
We already
feelings.
Never
had
did it
this
again.
conversation earlier.
But this nigga, all he wanted to do was lick my booty, like, and that made me think because he was coming out of prison. Is that what he did in prison?
Yes.
Did he put jelly?
Absolutely, 100%.
Jelly, what, he put
Don't
jelly
do
on it?
So okay,
That's a
what
whole
makes
nother-
you?
That's a
come
whole-
on, that
Don't do
conclusion?
that.
Okay,
No,
because
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying prison did that to him. I'm saying
there for 10
preference.
years.
But he probably
Preference
did
follows
booty
preference.
before.
If he was into it, he was into it. Whether he developed that love in prison is irrelevant. If he was into it, he was trying to share that with you. So, whatever.
But this is what was so weird. He liked getting his ass licked.
Is that weird though?
No.
For a heterosexual man,
How?
What?
that's what made me think is he bisexual.
Why?
Because he liked his ass licked.
I don't.
If he
get
likes
that.
his ass licked by a man, then yeah, that makes
Then
him
that
bisexual.
makes him bisexual, or that makes him
Yeah,
gay.
but-
But how would I
Everybody likes
know?
getting their ass
How would I know if he was with
Everybody
him?
likes
And that's
their
what.
ass.
Ask him. Did you ask him?
Okay, let me ask y'all this. Well, he's a hoe.
Okay.
He's a hoe. Okay, let's get that straight to the point. He already told me he's a hoe.
Mm-hmm.
The reason why I know he a
Then
hoe.
the
is he admitted
bisexual
it.
level goes up a little bit.
Right, so we're
Okay,
supposed to
if
go in
he's a
there.
hoe, then all right.
He liked his ass licked. He likes to fuck. He always wanted to fuck my ass, but it just couldn't fit. So I just was like, no, we're not about to go to the hospital. So I know,
Oh my God.
I know that's what he
Nigga, how
liked.
big was this motherfucker?
Hospital level. Wasn't going in there.
Sex
So
sent me
that's
to the
what he
ER level.
liked.
Or you wasn't
Hey, let me
loosening
tell
up?
you, he was trying to train my booty the first time. He was trying to tell me like,
That's because that was a preference.
Okay,
That's
but wait a
that
minute.
dominant.
That was a
that's
preference.
he's
that
training my
domination.
booty.
Yeah.
How many other booties you done trained?
As
All
many
of
as
them.
let him.
All of them.
Yeah. I mean, you're thinking in the
Slowly.
absolute right direction.
Okay,
You gotta
so,
be okay with that.
so
Don't dwell on it.
So he was in prison for 10 years, and this is why I was so vindictive towards him, because I feel like you should have just been real with me, that you was a hoe, that you was bisexual, whatever you do. And I said to him, one time we talked about this nigga, I was like, you know, damn, you love this nigga, you gay? Talking about you love this nigga, so, oh, this man, he done did everything from the world. So, okay.
Yeah.
4th of July, he bring that shit up in front of his mama. Like, hey, ma, she think I'm gay. My son ain't gay. Da 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 da. And then
Why
I
you
had
trying
to
to get his
ask
mama
him.
to co-sign? That's
Keyword.
weird.
Exactly.
That's weird.
Because his mama priority me from the beginning.
That's-
He's
Yeah.
a little fruity duck.
That
Or she's
changes
just trying to
everything.
cover. She's
That
trying to
changes
cover
everything.
for him. Yeah, all of this sounds very suspect.
Yeah.
But not the part where he likes fucking in the ass and having his ass licked, but the everything
That's
else.
totally
worse.
normal.
No,
The
that's
everything
Look,
else.
I like my.
Sounds
okay. So let me ask you
suspect.
I like
this:
all
is
that
this
shit.
suspect? So
And I don't
he
like
said that
dudes.
shit in front of his family, and his family was like, you know, you gay as hell. They was like, you gay for pay.
You know what?
Gay
You
for
know
Man,
what
I
they
don't
say?
watch-
Because
Damn.
he got a
His
coke
family.
habit.
Remember?
So his family was
his
like,
family
you
outed him
You
out.
gay for
Let
pay.
me
You know what
tell
he said? He said, if the price is
Gay
right.
for pay.
Oh, well, then it's true
Okay.
then. Then it's true.
Yeah, if he gay for pay, all right. That
And the
changes
worst part
everything.
about it is I
That
think
is
he was
true.
fucking his best
God
friend.
said he don't
What?
like
I
his ass
mean,
licked.
Okay, so
If
let
The
me
you
tell
whole
you.
room full of hard ass motherfuckers out of prison was like, nigga, you gay?
Let me
You
tell
don't
you,
like your
this is
ass
gay.
ate? You gay? And
I walked
everybody
into a
hounded his
situation.
ass. Like, you don't like your ass ate? Something wrong
I
with
know
you.
you.
Okay, tell me, is this a gay situation?
And this
or
was
is
the
it
twins. So I instigated this conversation.
This is why I said hoes have to be defined and to what level, so people can be aware of what you're dealing with.
Let's hear it.
So his best friend is married to a woman,
Mm-hmm.
but she fat as hell and lazy. She just don't cook, don't walk, can't do shit. She just
Don't walk.
that's all the bitch do. Eat
It's
and snort coke.
God
So the
damn.
bitch was in the bed,
How does she
and her
afford it?
husband was in the bathroom with my ex, and they was
Why
smoking
were
a
they-
cigarette
oh,
because we were in
why?
a hotel and we couldn't get the smoke in,
Oh,
one of those hotels.
Sure.
And some ass.
Now-
Overlay. For
Now,
the
when I
underplay.
opened the door to go in there to hit on the
It
cigarette,
smelled like armpits and butthole.
I swear what I saw
They was in there
something
fucking.
that I never thought I would see. All I know is that what I walked into was very
Smelled like
abnormal.
wrestling. It smelled
Pants
like
were
wrestling.
unzipped.
Oh yeah, well, you already know.
And-
It ain't nothing abnormal about this shit. You already
His
know what
best
you know.
friend was next to him,
Shit.
and I swear they were dick rubbing each other. Like their dicks were just
What
playing with
what
each other.
position were they in that
Standing
dick
up.
rubbing is what you think was happening?
I think he was getting ready to
Sword
either
fighting?
suck- Yeah, they were basically
bitch
sword
sword
fighting.
I don't know where the
Their
fuck they do this
penises.
shit, but
And
in the
obviously
hotel
there's no
bathroom,
condom.
obviously.
And I walked in and I
Clearly.
said,
I done
well,
met
what
him
the hell's
20
going on in here?
Don't tell me
And these
about
are best friends. Okay, they've been friends since they were 16. So that's your lifestyle. That's the shit you want to live.
You
But
rub
nigga, don't
dicks
you
together.
ever bring me into that shit, nigga. I will kill you. That's the shit I'm talking about.
Well,
When you a
he
hoe,
obviously-
be real with who you are. I'm a hoe. I'm a prostitute. I'm a trick. I'm a stripper. I'm this. I'm that. I trick on the side. Be real. Because then you start fucking with people's emotions, their money, their time.
So
And
here's
that's where the killer
This is the
instincts
rub
come
then.
in.
Right.
That's the problem I have with these hoes out here. And
I
that's
see.
why I'm on this podcast talking about it now. Because these hoes better watch what the fuck they doing out here. They are fucking with people's lives. And they gotta stop and be accountable.
I understand.
Because the wrong thing to do is to lie about your sexuality and tell me that you are a heterosexual man when you're really on the down low.
so would it hurt you less if he would have said, I'm not a heterosexual man from the
He
beginning?
would have told me that he
Would
was
you
a
still have fucked with him?
no. I
Then
would have.
maybe
I would have.
that's
I would
the
have
thing.
left it alone.
He wanted to fuck with you and he knew that maybe
And that's called
you're
deception.
It
And
is
that's where
absolute
deception.
vindication comes into play.
strong feelings about somebody
This
might
how
do that.
motherfuckers can fuck you up. Okay,
Maybe
but
I
see,
like you a lot, but I know
But you
you're
can
not
be
gonna
real.
fuck with me.
you could be
But maybe
real.
I really want you to fuck with me,
But see, this is the problem.
and I'll deceive you just to get you to fuck
But
with me.
People lie about things all the time, not just their
Not just
sexuality.
that.
They
Lots
lie
of
about their
things.
socioeconomic status. They lie about their education. They lie about all types
But
of
then
things to
eventually
Totally.
the truth
I
is
love-
gonna
convince a
come out.
person to fuck with them.
I lied about my age so much.
Did you?
When I was underage, I was like, man, I'm 17. When I was 13. And had a 19-year-old girlfriend at 13 because she thought I was 17. When I was
Damn.
25, I was like,
She
I'm
should have been
17.
My first boyfriend was 11 and I was 13.
Oh,
And he
you
lied
Chester.
to me.
He
He
told
lied
you
to
was
me.
12.
No, he told me he was 14 and I believed him because he had
That's
the
what they always
deepest
do.
voice
Yeah,
ever.
I had facial hair.
He was only 11.
That's the
He
only
was
reason I got
11
away
with
with
the
it.
deepest voice. Like this nigga had 3 nuts. It was crazy.
Three
How
nuts.
Did he
deep
really
his
have
voice-
3 nuts?
No, I'm saying
he
his voice
developed?
He
was that
lied
deep.
about
Did you get
having
freaky
4
with him
nuts,
back
though.
then?
That's the problem.
Did
He
you see him? Was he well endowed? And
he wasn't. He wasn't. He was like my second. He wasn't my
Look, I
first.
lied about the stupidest shit.
But we
because
didn't
I
ever
really
have sex
wanted a
until we
girl
were
to
way
love me.
older. But he lied and told me he had sex with a girl at work. He worked at some pizza place.
I've done that too.
And lied and told me
He
that
was
he
a
had
hoe.
sex with some girl to
I
prompt
just
me
really
into
liked
wanting
the
to have
girl.
sex with him.
Really
He thought
liked the
by
girl.
some turn of the imagination, some reverse psychology Jedi mind trick.
It don't
that
matter
he
what
told
age
me.
you are or what stage you are in life, and you will lie to somebody that you really like and you want them to like
I've
you.
never done. You know, you won't.
Maybe you won't.
No, it has
But men will. All men will.
Because this old
Why,
ass
though?
man, this is why you gotta
Because
be
you
careful.
Because
want
then
them
when
to
I
like
found
you.
out, I was like, oh my God,
And
I
that's
have
something
a
you gotta
problem.
deal with.
Men
That's
lied
something
to me
you.
about being married so many times. They'll be like, I'm not married, and then you find out they're married. They lie because they want to get with you. Because they want to get to know you.
That's
The
so
minute I
sad.
find
I
out
don't-
they're married, I cut them off.
That's
This
sad.
happens so many. No,
That's
this
why
happens
I
to
never
me at
lie
least
about
twice a
being
year.
married.
Shit.
Twice a year I go
Been
through this.
married.
Oh
Twice
my
a year.
God.
At least every year I go through this where I'll meet somebody out in the street.
Well, if
they'll
they're
be
still
like,
fucking with the
hey.
wife, then that's a problem.
Yeah, they married, go home to their wife, all that shit. I was fucking with this one
You
nigga.
fucking up by fucking with these motherfuckers. What are you attracted?
Thank you. Why am I attracting these fucking deceptive
That's worth looking into. That's worth exploring to figure out what is it that they see in you that they feel like they can tap into.
precious.
But it's the same. But it's the same sort of thing.
Tapping
It's the
into
same
you.
sort of thing when somebody assigns a freak number to you. I've had niggas tell me, "Oh, you look like a freak." How? Where? What? How? Or don't look
It's
at me
that
like
cut,
that.
that collar cut.
It's not this shirt. It's
this
definitely
shirt.
not this shirt. But
I
I
just
know
like
a
that
freak
too.
one.
They think like all black women are hoes.
I'm just trying to like.
No, I
I'm
can
just
tell
trying
by
to
them
The way you
socks.
dress,
I can tell by them socks.
I don't think you look like a hoe or a thought or a freak.
right.
I think you look conservative. you
But
know?
I think that,
But
from
then
what I've understood,
This
that's
makes me
what.
feel like you're wild. Like that's your wild side with
Does
the
it?
earring and the nose.
Really?
That's
Does
probably what
it?
they be looking
What
at.
do you
like,
feel you look like?
Me,
Mhm.
a porn star.
Hey, okay,
See what I'm
so.
saying?
So then they think head.
But what
you like
sells?
to comment?
What sells that impression? I think it's all something that's created in their minds.
Or
It's
librarian.
a projection. It's a
Somebody
projection.
told me-
I feel like I look like a librarian,
Yeah.
but to somebody, that equates
The
freak.
freak.
No, not very.
That's what it is. The
Not
librarian
somebody.
freak look.
Not just somebody.
These men have an obsession with it. They like that nerdy.
They're like,
good girl
right,
shit.
that
Yeah, you got
nerdy
like
She
shit.
like when she take off the motherfucking glasses and pull her hair down. She
Take
like,
that
oh.
ponytail and shake it out.
So let's just be honest. Men make women hoes because that's what they want in life.
Here you go with this shit. How did we land back here? All the no one makes anyone anything. I had a nigga call me a
Called
hoe.
conditioning.
I've had a nigga call me a hoe that had
Condition you into a
never
hoe?
knew anyone
Yes.
that I had fucked with,
If
had
that
only heard
can
that I had
happen,
fucked with
I'm
somebody and
trying to learn
assigned that
how.
to me.
What do you
Can I-
mean?
Can I condition you into a hoe?
Never.
All men can condition women into a hoe.
Absolutely not.
But with the day that a woman
They
discovers
condition me
how
into a hoe.
to condition a man into a man,
I want to be more of a hoe.
Okay.
damn,
Never mind though.
these men are smart. Let me tell you what
Not
they
as
do.
smart as us though.
Oh, men will
We are
condition
not.
women into
The-
hoes
The
No.
thing is,
Crazy
we are
bitches.
simple.
No.
and
No.
children.
No, a man cannot condition a woman into shit. A woman will convince herself that she needs a man and then thus will do whatever that man needs her to do.
AKA conditioning.
Absolutely not. It's still a
A man
choice.
can condition a
It's
woman
still a
into a hoe.
choice.
Think about all the sex trafficking that's happening. It's all about
That's
manipulation.
adults and
That's.
versus.
Are you talking about grown bitches being sex trafficked or like
Talk about both.
underage
Both.
disenfranchised?
Strong-minded versus weak-minded.
Yeah.
It's
I
some
mean-
old weak hoes out here too.
That's just manipulation.
Key word, conditioning is manipulation.
It is. Conditioning
so
is
when a
manipulation,
man
but
like this nigga told
Those
me,
are different factors.
Oh,
at play,
no.
I think.
okay,
I'm talking about two consenting adults.
okay, so
If
I'm, a
I'm
hoe,
consenting
he
to
a
fuck
hoe.
with you, you
You
cannot
got
convince me
bitches.
of shit.
I got bitches. You got hoes. I got hoes. Okay,
Correct.
we both on the same level. You
Right.
a hoe. I'm a hoe.
Right.
We get together. We do our hoish things, and then you go back to doing your thing, and I go back to sitting here knowing that you fucking other bitches. I don't want that dick no more.
And so you cut it off. We're done. We're done here. Thank
So-
you. Thank you for your services and good night.
So
And leave it there.
What I'm saying is, I used to be a hoe. I'm no longer a hoe. And now that I'm a recovering hoe, a reformed hoe, motherfuckers still judge me like I'm a hoe.
Yeah, I mean, but that's going to happen. A motherfucker got an opinion. Opinions are like assholes. Everybody got one.
It's never going to change.
But who cares about what they think? Does what they think pay your bills?
No, man.
Does what they think help you sleep at night? Does it keep you from sleeping at night?
No, but the thing that I'm trying to tell you is that when you asked the question in the beginning of this, I don't know, this podcast we're talking. At the end of the day, what I'm trying to tell you is that it does matter. It does matter that you do have a whole number, a whole count, because at the end of the day, when you out here doing your hoish ways, you think you feeling better about your body count, but you're really self-medicating yourself. And you really have either an addiction to sex, or you are in guilt and living that lifestyle that really isn't you. What you're looking for is love in all the wrong places, and you got to focus on learning to love yourself first. And find out, like you said, why am I attracting all these bums? Why am I dealing with this? That's what I'm trying to get to. Is it do matter? If you a male hoe, be real about your hoish ways up front. Because you could really fuck up and damage a woman.
No, deception is horrible.
That's my conclusion.
Is that what happened to you? Somebody hurt you.
And I became a hoe.
Hurt you.
And now I'm a recovering hoe. Because I had to realize that being a hoe is not the way to go.
Right, but
that's an opinion.
You've assigned a value to your worth. You've assigned a value to your worth. You understand that about yourself. There are other people in the world that are still lost. Now. There are other people in the world that are still lost.
And you know what's so fucked up?
They're on their journey maybe to recovery or maybe
we
to
need
destruction.
We need to start Hoes Anonymous.org.
Maybe.
Because it's a lot.
That might takes place right down the street Monday nights. At
the church.
Old Food Town.
For real. Well, we're gonna talk about that in a little bit because I didn't really need to go there. But don't want to live that lifestyle no more.
If somebody hurt you and by being a hoe they hurt you, they broke your heart, then that's one thing.
Yeah.
But there are also some people out there that are completely content with their lives.
And that's fine.
And are still doing hoe activities that you say.
But I don't want that shit around me. That's cool.
And you have every right to
judge. You can't.
I can't
hate on them.
But you have every right to keep yourself away from it, though.
Yeah.
You have every right to protect yourself from that.
And I have a right to define it too.
You do. You do. Because in lack of definition, you won't be able to keep yourself safe from it. If you don't set up parameters for yourself, then you won't know what to and what not to fuck with.
And that's why we need the definition of hoe and hoe count and body numbers. Because we have to
body count doesn't bother me.
We have to define how bad our society is, where it is, who's doing it, how they're doing it.
Body count does not make a hoe to me. Body count does not equate. Let me tell you something.
If you a bitch and you done fucked over 200 men in your lifetime, you a hoe.
Really?
Yeah.
How? Why?
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 Why do you need that much dick in your pussy?
How many days in a year are there?
What do you mean? If your pussy gotta be spread up, you a hoe like that.
What if you had a boyfriend that you fucked 3 times a day, every day, and y'all were together for 5 years? How many times did you have fucked him? How? So what is the difference?
Person. The difference
Explain
is
the difference
DNA. The difference is if you fuck one person, you fuck 30. If you fuck 30, you fuck 100. That's the multiplication is the difference.
So what if every person I had sex with,
you fuck 500
used a condom
people,
and a dental dam and everything?
Don't
we
matter.
Didn't kiss. We didn't do shit. There was no transference.
There's always transfer.
What if there wasn't?
That's highly unlikely.
Let's imagine that there was no transference of any bodily fluid.
That's a problem.
We can try to. I'm trying to understand the place that this comes from, that the number itself equates to something.
The number
That's what I'm trying
matters
to
because it's called HIV STDs.
We already decided that don't exist.
But in the absence
Okay,
of
but
disease,
this is reality.
what-
Y'all
but in
All
this
right,
ain't
well,
no video
that don't
game.
exist.
Okay, but that does.
So what would you say 100 years ago, before HIV
That shit
existed?
existed back
It
then.
did not exist.
We just didn't understand it.
Didn't exist.
But what if it?
So what
can
would-
we,
what would
can
the
we
argument
suspend
be?
that
The
reality for a
argument
moment?
is
That you
that
shouldn't fuck a bunch of people.
there you go, to control disease, to keep society together.
For no other reason? Why would society fall apart if people fuck
Because
multiple
Fuck
what's going
society.
on
It
now?
already fell apart.
You got all these baby daddies out here, these sodomites out here, pedophiles out here. It's all fucked up.
Damn!
You
You mean to tell me motherfuckers just fuck so much that they're like, damn, I done run out of holes to fuck. Let me get this goat
Yes.
and let me get this
What do you
baby.
think coronavirus
And let me
is
fuck
about?
them both.
Let me tell you this coronavirus shit in my opinion. This is my opinion, and I'm
It's
just
the
straight
flu.
to the point. No. Coronavirus came from somebody fucking some type of
A
animal.
corona.
Most likely a snake.
Corona
I
bottle.
don't know how you gonna
Got
fuck
his
a
dick
snake,
stuck.
but most likely a snake or a bat
Coronavirus.
or a cat. They fucked it, got in their system, they got sick.
Snake, a bat, or a rat, or a
It
cat.
probably was a cat, a rat,
It's
a
the
bat, or a
flu.
snake. They fucked that
It's
shit.
the flu.
Ain't get treated with no pet antibiotics. Started coughing in the air. Took that shit to work and it began to spread.
Oh
This is how
my
viruses mutate. They go from animals to humans. This is what
Some
What
of them,
drove
but we
them?
why
give
we
viruses
need
to
to define
pets.
hoes.
What
We get
drove them
viruses.
to fuck said bat, rat, cat,
Because humans are
or
sick
snake?
Because they're hoes.
Because their
Because
body
they're
count
hoes,
their body count
and
was
they
way
can't
too
fucking-
high, and they
They
were
body
like that
count-
python.
Can't resist
Exactly.
fucking a
That
bat.
python
'Cause
though.
They probably didn't have a body count. They probably had a bestiality count.
Yikes.
Okay?
Luca,
Yeah.
old
You got
Luca
people out here
Magnotta type
fucking horses.
motherfucker.
God, have you heard
He
about the
fucked-
dude that gave the horse the chlamydia?
No, I haven't. What was the queen? Was it Queen? Which British queen was it that died fucking a horse? She had like a
I don't know,
rigged,
but I want to see this.
rigged
Her
a
pussy was
horse,
probably way wide open.
rigged a horse above her so that she was able to
Death,
fuck it, and then
not width.
something happened and the rig broke and she died
'Cause the
because the
horse-
horse fell on her.
Shoved that thing right through her piercer.
I mean,
stomach.
even if it just fell on her, that's imminent death.
There's a video of that. You want to see it?
I don't.
I seen it.
that's
I'm
bestiality.
not interested.
So again,
Unfortunately, it's not legal here, but it is in Florida.
so let me ask you a question. If a dude told you, because there's one person that I will fuck. I think he's so fine, and I know his body count number is so up. Everybody know he a hoe, he a rapper. I'll fuck the shit out of him, cook for him. Nah.
Why? But why would you?
Young
You know
Dro.
he's a hoe.
I knew
He's
it.
Drake. How did you know it was Drake? Yeah.
How do you
but
know it's
why,
Drake?
though?
Drake is a
But
hoe
why?
in the
How is
street.
Drake a hoe?
Come on, he even tells everybody on his songs he's a hoe. He
So
says
do
it on
I
his
wish I could
songs,
fuck
everybody
every
knows.
girl in the world. What do you
He's
mean?
telling you he's a hoe.
What do you mean?
But I'd fuck the shit out of that hoe.
But is that no? And
He is
so
so
would
gay.
everyone
On
listening.
top of it.
And so
And
would
he's gay.
everyone listening.
And he gay. And you still fucking.
And because,
How do you know he's gay?
but
Hold up.
listen,
'Cause this is
listen
a
to
good-
what you just said though.
much pussy.
Listen to what you just said. You said you feel
You
like
fucked every girl
you
in the
have
world.
it
Now there's nothing left to
confirmed.
fuck.
You
but
feel like
men.
you have it confirmed in your mind that he's a hoe. Yet you would still let him fuck. Is that not a decision
No,
that
he's
you're
definitely a
making?
hoe.
Right, but is that not a decision that you're making that grants him access to his
Yeah,
hoism?
because he's Drake.
You're shaming him for it, but you are perpetuating his
I
hoism
didn't shame him.
by
He
allowing
shamed
him
me.
to
He
fuck.
told himself.
But
I
just
mean,
as
yeah,
you
and
would
he's
allow
so
him,
fine.
but just as you would
Just
allow
like
him
people
to
would
have
say,
sex,
I'm a hoe.
but just as you would allow him to have
He
sex
may
with
be
you,
attracted to me, and so I say, damn, you a hoe, I'm a hoe, you got hoes, I got hoes, let's go fuck. But the bottom, but the bottom line is this: you have to define what a hoe is.
and once we define it, then what? You just defined him as a hoe, but you would still fuck with him though.
Yes, after doctor.
And so would every woman
So
who feels the way about him that you
Right.
do. They
Of
would
course.
still decide
without
to,
a condom and all.
they would still decide to
Baby
make
mama
this.
and all. Of course.
Exactly.
But see, this is my whole thing. I just believe that we need to define what a hoe is.
Why? Because you want to make him feel bad? What, you think he gonna cry? And be like, hey Drake, I feel like you a hoe now. Get this pussy.
No, it makes you want to change.
Does it?
Yeah.
You think you're gonna shame Drake into not fucking every woman that will fuck him because he's Drake?
See,
help me understand. I want to
have body counts, and you're able to define what a hoe is.
Yeah.
That makes a person want to change their ways.
Ooh,
you have to make a choice. You're going to make a choice. Do I want to be better to my body, or do I want to continue to live this reckless lifestyle?
Why is that for another person to place on you?
Because you have to place accountability on your body.
But
you have to place accountability on your life.
You have to.
So therefore, in order
person.
to do that, there has to be some form of measurement and control.
But shame doesn't have to be.
No, we don't have to shame. You need to be aware and measure
I'm very pro
your
awareness.
hoe number.
I'm 100%
if you
pro
are
awareness.
fucking 3,000 people, you are a hoe. So then in the back of your mind, you're going to say, damn, I done ran through a lot of people. Maybe it's time for me to slow down and fuck maybe 1 or 2 people.
Let's say
for me to just get married and be with one person.
Let's say
this is why
Nicki Minaj has the access that Drake does, right? She
does.
Is famous,
but she chose not to fuck. She's also
she's also hypersexualized.
I know that.
She's also hypersexualized like a motherfucker.
You fuck Nicki Minaj?
I was number 1215.
Listen.
Was her pussy blew out or was it tight?
Tight.
She would have equal access, right? She would have equal access to be able to do whatever. Would she be a hoe for fucking 1,200
Hell yeah, she's a hoe. And that's why her ass got married. Because she knew she had to slow her ass down.
Why? For whose benefit? For whose benefit? She still got all her money. She's still gonna die happy than a bitch.
Maybe not.
Why not? Because she's gonna be weeping real tears of sadness over how not loose her vagina is.
I swear on everything. What is this man doing in my house? What are you doing? You are really having. You like a little kid that just like to go around.
Did you bend that spoon?
Yes, you did.
You got a problem with spoon.
He bent my fucking spoon. I cook. Don't be doing that shit. You trying to stick to the topic of this whole shit. You gonna have me go through a whole nother OCD topic about a man that come in your house with OCD.
But so how would
gas tipper in there?
How would you feel about Nicki Minaj doing the same thing? Would she be a hoe?
Yeah, she has access to all the dick in the world.
She's a hoe. She probably got paid for it too.
But why? Why would she need to fuck for money when she doesn't have to fuck and still has money? We can't shame her for that. We can't shame her for her need.
All of it.
A lot of rich hoes out here. They fuck for money.
Why are we shaming her and not the people that want to fuck her?
Why don't we shame both of them?
Why should we shame anyone?
1,250.
I did not really fuck.
When her ass sue your ass.
If I knew her number was
come out here at the podcast, not me. This is a disclaimer. I did not say that, Nicki Minaj.
I guarantee Nicki Minaj is not listening to this podcast, so don't anyone worry.
You never know. Her name was caught up on her PR people. Like somebody said, he fucked you and he was number 1,250. And the other girl talking about she want to fuck Drake, so Drake was a hoe. But I will fuck Drake. But the only way I will fuck Drake is if Drake was like, I'm ready to settle this down.
That doesn't make him less of a hoe if he decides that he wants to settle down. What if Drake decides he wants to settle down with
me?
And then he decides that he wants to reactivate his hoism. Then what? Then who's wrong? But then who's wrong? Is he wrong?
Are we married or
is he wrong for flipping that shit back into action? Or are you wrong for thinking that he was capable of having changed it in the first place?
He was wrong for flipping that shit back if he made a commitment.
Okay.
If you don't make the commitment, then that's all good. But if you make a commitment,
or would you still be mad if he didn't make a commitment?
Look, if not, I'm thinking about this bum ass nigga. He ain't nothing like Drake, and I'm mad now.
So think of how mad you would be at Drake.
Oh hell yeah! I'd be hurt.
Think of how mad you would be at Drake.
No.
You mad at this old
You need to forget about
sword
what
fight,
he
you
did.
smoking a cigarette in the bathroom, ass nigga, and you could be mad at Drake.
You know what? I'd rather be mad at Drake than that bum ass nigga. I tell you, dog. What you gonna do with the bum ass broke nigga that don't know what the fuck he wants? And you know what? He went from being 240 pounds of muscle to 160 pounds.
That's too skinny for a grown man.
His doctor told him he was underweight. Now listen to this.
Yeah, I don't like
His body went from being a bodybuilder, big man type shit to like one time he was sitting next to me and I swear his legs were curvy and feminine like mine. But he had that muscle definition on top body. But his waist was feminine, butt was feminine. And I just started to look at him more and I'm like, the more I look at his body now.
Do you think he's going through a transition?
I think he may be a trainee. I think that he lives. This is why I'm so vengeance right now. Like if I find out this nigga is on some other shit,
You know he's on other shit. What do you mean if he's find
I think
out?
he might
You
be
know.
a trainee. I think he might be.
Going through a transition?
Yeah. I think I'm so.
Do you love him less or are you angry more?
I'm only angry at the deception.
So if he came forward was like, I am becoming a woman.
Nah, nigga, you
I
should have
still
told
wanna
me
be
that
with you.
8 years ago when you knew you were
I
fruity in the
love
booty.
you, but I also like to rub dicks. I love rubbing dicks
I'll kill that motherfucker.
because
Why?
of the deception.
There you go.
Okay. But if he had come forward and said it in the beginning, you could have made a choice.
Exactly. You took that
And
choice
you'd have
away
said
from
no.
And you would have said no. Absolutely. And thus he lied.
And
Because
that's
he
what the
knows
problem is.
Yeah.
And all these
I feel
motherfuckers
it.
out here living that lifestyle better be motherfucking careful. You want to be a hoe, you want to be a trainee
Rub
painting, watch
Yes,
what the fuck you do to other people. Because they always get mad when they get
Deception-
shanked and fucked
but
up.
deception
But you
is
deceiving
deception.
people.
Yeah,
You're not
deception
being
is
real.
deception.
You're not saying I'm a man. You're not saying I'm a trainee on the side. And you know the crazy thing about the whole situation, a mutual friend of ours, she found out she got HIV from her baby daddy. This dude gave her 4 kids, and he was running around fucking trainees the whole time they was together. So wait a minute, y'all hang together. Birds of a feather flock together. And then the shit I seen in the bathroom, you doing this with your best friend who's married to his wife in the bed. So I don't want to fuck with you. Nigga, I will kill you if you come to me with some crazy shit like this. That's what I'm talking about. Don't make me want to kill your ass and get away with murder. Because I will get away with murder. I'm so fucking serious. I will get away with that shit really bad. So it's to the point where I'm just like, everybody out here needs to be real with what they are. If you a hoe, be real with what you are. Keep it real. Or suffer the consequences of your choices.
Yeah.
Period.
Deception is
It's not a game.
horrible.
You want to play the devil's game, get ready to play by the devil's rules. Period. It's not a game out here. That's why I'm glad we're talking about this and we on a podcast and we're putting it out here because it's people that feel like me that's very dangerous. We are not to be fucked with. We may look nice. We may carry ourselves nice, but we are cold killers out here. Straight, crazy sociopath if you take us there. So don't take me there. Let me be normal. Let me have my happy life. I don't want people like that around me that's going to be fake. So I think it's very important we define what a hoe is. So a hoe can be a hoe. Tell you they a hoe. And be free to be a hoe. What's wrong with that? You a hoe? Be a hoe. Be the best hoe you can be.
I mean, I think
keep
you
your
said-
happy hoe ass way over there.
But I think you said something's wrong with it if they decide that they want to,
Deceive you.
yeah, or change their hoism in a way
Yeah,
that
like I'm a
fits
recovering
you.
hoe. I don't, you know what I'm
And
saying?
if it doesn't work out,
I'm not a hoe no more. I don't feel the need to be a hoe. I don't want niggas in and out my pussy like a train stop. No, you ain't about to be dumping your nut in here and then go dump your nut in another bitch and then come back and dump her nut and my nut. No, we ain't doing all that mixing and shit.
too much nut mixing.
Too much juicy mixing. No, I don't want that. I want to be
Sounds like a.
It sounds like a good ass
crazy
time. I
week.
don't know what's going.
Nah, that's nasty. No, hell no. I just want one big dick for me. Why can't I get that?
There's nothing that says that you can't.
Where are they? They're nowhere. They're either gay or they got a girlfriend and probably 10 other bitches.
Probably.
I mean, that'll be up to the 9 other bitches that aren't you.
Nah, it's up to him. Because the man has to say, nah, I love this woman so much. And her pussy's so good that I can give up all these 9, 10 hoes on the side.
Perhaps.
That's what
And the
I'm
person
looking
that's for you will do absolutely that.
That's what it is.
Because that's what you need.
I need a recovery hoe too. He understands. Yeah,
but recovery is a journey. Recovery is not a destination. Recovery is a journey.
Because
and that's okay. We can take that journey together. But let me be your only hoe.
Yeah,
but what if somebody
you've been through some things, so maybe, if you're treating a dude like he did something wrong to you because of what the last dude did, you might turn him off to that before he even gets to.
And that's why I'm single now, and I'm going through recovery.
Because you're pushing him away because of what this dude did to you?
I'm not pushing him away, but I'm setting boundaries. I'm letting him know.
Boundaries are healthy.
No, I'm just letting him know, like, look, you want to fuck with me, be real, come real with it. If you want to be a hoe out here and be fucking multiple people, be a hoe. But don't bring that hoe shit to me.
That's fair.
What's wrong with that? And see, niggas don't want to hear that. And then when they do, they leave you alone. Like now.
That means they're not for you then. If they couldn't abide by the terms that you set, then they're not for you.
Nah, that's not true. I ain't got nobody. Because these niggas just ain't shit. They just be like, okay, that's cool.
Right.
Because they know, because they know they don't want to change their ways. They know they want to keep fucking 5, 6, 7
It is like that.
And it's just like that. And I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
It is like that with any dating person though from the get-go. They drop everybody else for the one they choose.
Yeah. So until that day comes.
Telling them they a hoe from the get-go, they might just be like, alright, well.
What? Let me move on with somebody that is not judging me.
Really didn't want to get with, but because this one thinks I'm a hoe, I gotta choose.
Yeah,
Vanessa
but you know you a hoe. You know you a hoe. So why play games?
Everybody's a hoe. Everybody's a hoe.
You might be trying to recalibrate your wholeness.
I feel like this.
You're a hoe till you
when
don't want to be a hoe.
When a person gets tired, there you go. You get tired of body counts and fucking and doing all that. That's when you change your ways and you go through recovery, the process of.
But my point is that you
there's nothing to recover from.
You're in denial. You're fucking.
No, there ain't nothing to recover from. You choose.
Right.
Maybe this person's special, and I should just, I should just leave everybody behind. But that has nothing to do with being a hoe.
Right.
I might be seeing 12 people, but every motherfucking body is.
No, that's not true. I'm not seeing 12 people.
At least more than 2. 2 to 12, it don't matter. 1 to 12, it don't matter.
No.
When you find somebody, when you dating around, and
I can't even. Let me tell you how serious this is with me. Like, I'm so jaded now that unless you got some serious good ass dick, I feel like.
So if you had some serious good ass dick, you fuck with a motherfucker that's fucking with 12 people?
No.
But
I could do that now.
What's the unless?
I will not do
if
it.
he's doing some shit you don't agree with, but he got some good ass dick, you let it slide?
I could do it right now. I do not want that.
Because you have exclusivity.
All right. Well, there's dudes out there that feel the same way.
I'd rather be with one person. Where? Where they at?
They are all over the place.
Shit. Where?
Just because you haven't doesn't mean
where
you should be salty. Don't be mad.
Where the niggas like that?
All over the place.
Don't be lying.
All over the place. I promise you they all over the place.
I ain't never seen it.
Waiting for you. The perfect men. A ton of them are waiting for you.
I haven't seen
but
it.
you can't be. You can't be bitter with an ex, with a past, with nothing. You gotta let that go.
That's the problem.
You gotta let it go.
I gotta let it go.
If it's a problem for you, then it is a problem.
Yeah. Otherwise, you'll put it on the next guy. You'll put it on a really nice guy that doesn't deserve it.
Oh, well, it's already happened.
I know.
That's fucked up.
That's all you can do. I've been there.
Okay, so how can I get it back? Like, how can I just do
You have to convince yourself that some of that shit's not important.
Yeah, you gotta learn.
And that everybody got a pass. Everybody has a fucking
and
future.
You just gotta let go. You gotta confront them old
that he's a hoe,
feelings.
There's nothing I can change about
them
it.
old feelings that
because
hurt
it's not up to you to change it. It's up to him to change it.
And it's up
He
to
like
you
being a
to
hoe.
let the past go.
Well, if he likes it, let
Somebody
him like
hurt
it.
you, and that's okay. But you gotta let it go. Otherwise, you'll mistreat the next person.
Right.
You gotta be a blank.
And then
you
This
gotta
man
be a
can't pay
blank
for that
slate.
man's sins.
You gotta be a
This is
blank
what it is.
slate, and you will find the perfect man.
And you know what that
all
motherfucker
over
told
the
me?
place.
His ass was like, "Oh, you need to move on." Bitch, don't call my phone no more.
If
That's
that
how I
comes
move
out
on.
of a man's mouth to you, absolutely believe him. Believe him.
Yeah, because he's a hoe.
If he not because he's a hoe. Not because he's a hoe, because he is telling you he can't be what it is that you need him to be. So you should absolutely believe him.
Yeah,
Believe him.
yeah. But see, my thing is, why waste my time? You could have told me this in the beginning.
But
It
there's
just
nothing
been
you
like-
can do about that, though.
And that's why I'm talking about this now on this podcast to men, especially that are listening to this shit. Like, please, if you a hoe, just be a hoe. Tell them up front, hey, I'm a hoe and I ain't changing my hoish ways. Be real with the bitch you fucking with. Just tell them up front, I got a baby mama, I got 3-4 hoes on the side, plus a girlfriend, you know, and I'm fucking my neighbor.
How does he have time? Does he have a job?
And I work a full-time job.
How?
I don't know, but somehow I
Does
ain't
he
got
work
no
from
sleep.
home?
Just be
Dude, sounds
real.
amazing.
He works remotely.
Don't be leading these women
Look it
on
off
for
the
years,
laptop.
telling them that you love them when you really a hoe, or you fucking dudes out here, or you got so many, you fucking females and dudes. You, like, I mean, it got to a point where I
You
swear
really
everything-
don't like bisexuals, huh?
No, I've been there. I've had a girlfriend.
Okay.
So that's not the case.
So what's the beef then?
The problem is
What's
the
the beef
deception.
with male bisexual?
The problem is
Did
the
you tell
deception.
every man that you fucked with that you also had a girlfriend?
If he asked me, I would tell him.
But if he
I have had a
didn't, but if
girlfriend.
he didn't,
Would I tell him?
yes.
Yes.
How would it come up in conversation? Hey, before we tongue kiss, I just want you to
mean-
know my mouth has been all over a vagina. Hope you're okay with that.
Well, if a
Totally okay
conversation
with it.
comes
Is that
how it
up,
came up?
I have no problem talking about my sexuality. You know, that I've been there, I've done that.
But because they didn't talk about it from the get-go, they
No.
deceived you
There you go.
about their sexuality.
I feel like if you a hoe and you fucking multiple people and you doing this, be real with whoever you want to fuck with. So they can have the choice to say, okay, I'm gonna rock with this, or no, I'm straight. I don't want to rock with this.
Mm-hmm.
Don't lie and be like, oh, I just want to be a good guy. I want to be with you, you my girl.
What if that's not a lie?
But I ain't fucking with nobody else.
Mhm.
But you fucking with 15 other people.
Well, then there's the lie. Okay. Yeah, no, that's not respectable.
And that's what's going on now with a lot of women.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why we got to talk about host standards and body counts and all that shit, because what's not fair.
I think a liar is just a liar now.
Yeah, but what's not fair is that you are a hoe and you're not being honest about your hoish ways.
Okay.
And then you in a relationship
Hoish
with
ways.
somebody, and then 8 years go by and you done found out, and that make you want to.
Yeah, so what you're really talking about, again, is deception. You're talking about a liar.
That is
It's
boiled.
a flat out fucking liar.
Yeah, if you so this is
No
what-
one likes a liar.
So this is why
Especially
we need
someone who lies on their
standards,
dick.
and we need to talk about it, because when you say it's not important, it is important, because we
I'm
need
not
some.
saying it's not
Okay, but
important.
here's the bottom line: we need measurements of hoish ways.
I'm not
If
saying
you
it's
don't-
not important. I don't want you to feel like I think it's not important.
But
I think if it's important
if a
to
man
you,
tells me
it's
he
important
fucked-
to you. And if it's not important to someone, then it shouldn't have to be important to them.
If a dude
That's my
told me
point.
he fucked 4,000 women,
Mm-hmm.
and I was woman 4,222, okay,
Uh-huh.
that matters to me.
But I know a hoe that fucked 4 women, though. I know hoish motherfuckers that have fucked 12 women.
That's
And-
not a hoe.
Yeah, how?
Because
How
you
is it
can
not?
measure
No.
the body count.
No, you can't.
No,
It's
no.
the intention.
No, you ain't never met.
You done
ain't-
fucked 12 people in your whole lifetime. You not a hoe.
You absolutely
He
could
could have
be.
been fucking
How?
all of them at the same time and lying to every single one of them.
Right.
And
He's
being
doing
like,
them
"Baby, I
all
love you
dirty.
No,
so
that's called
much." No, that's
being
a
a
hoe.
deceptive person.
what we've been talking about this whole
He could be
time.
saying to every
the very
single one of them,
deception
I love
that
you
you're
more
talking
than
about.
anything, baby, and I want to life with you.
He could have been fucking with this
Copy,
one for a
copy,
place to
copy,
live.
sending it to
Fucking
all
with
of
this
them.
one.
That's called being a player.
And there's 4,000 women to
Different.
this other
What's the
dude
difference?
who he's just been like, I'm fucking 4,000 other women.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay, but let's boil down
And
the
that's
math.
less
What's the
hoish.
difference?
4,000 people equates to fucking 1.5 million people in your body.
Yeah, that's
versus
that's
12
a lot of
people that
but whatever.
boils down to fucking 300 people.
So what? So we're
300
fluid as the
versus
count?
1.5 million cells of DNA in my body. I think 1.5 million people is quite a lot.
I feel like
DNA
fucking one person.
Now you're going with a
fucking
fluid
one
measurement,
person
though. I'm talking
and-
intent.
and
If he
disregarding
intends
their
to hurt you.
feelings. Exactly. Fucking
Okay,
one
that's
person
not
and
a
having
hoe.
no regard for their feelings.
A
Fucking
hoe.
one person and deceiving
That's called
them.
deception. We talking hoe.
No.
Hoe is body count.
What if he don't even mean to deceive you? He just doesn't give a fuck about your feelings. You
Then
know, I'm
that's
fucking 12
different.
other people, and I don't really care about how you feel about
If you
that.
fucking 12 people and that's the people you fucking right now and that's your lifestyle, every year you fucking 12 people.
But
you're
I'm
a
hurting all of them if they find out. All of them.
Every single
Yeah.
one of them is hurt.
That's a hoe.
hoe. Yeah.
If I'm fucking 4,000
fucking 12
people and they
people.
all know about each other,
That's a hoe too.
it's whatever.
That's a
No.
hoe too. Have you fucked 4,000 people?
No, I have not fucked
I think you
4,000.
really did
8,000.
fuck Nicki Minaj. Did you really fuck Nicki?
17
No, I've
million
never even met
people.
Nicki Minaj. I fucked
Okay.
some people, but not
I don't know.
nowhere near Nicki Minaj level.
Okay, so here. Got
purpose.
some things talked about that needed to be talked about. But the bottom line is I feel like body count does matter. We do need to measure who's a hoe. How do we get to hoe standards? Because
We pass out
1.4 million
IDs.
We
people
keep
versus
so scarlet
300
letters
is
to
different.
their shirts.
No.
Identify
Put their
them. Make them
number
wear
on them.
face paint.
Tattoo the number and
Exactly. Put the body count. Hash marks. On
burn it on the
everybody's
back of the neck
forearm.
every year.
Okay, so here's my question to y'all.
Yeah.
Well, I already know your answer, so let me ask you this.
Yes, I'm ready.
How do you feel about fucking a man that doesn't tell you, but is fucking 12 women at the same time? 12 women and men at the same time.
Okay, there's levels to this, right? I'm not the type of person that's not going to ask. I'm gonna know if this man is fucking 12 other people
How you gonna know if you don't
because
ask?
I'm going to ask him. That's my point.
You said you are going to
I
ask.
am absolutely going to ask him
Okay.
because I'm inquisitive in that way.
So
and
then
I
he
wanna
tells
know-
you,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm fucking people.
and then I'll know what box to place him in.
And that's all I wanted to get to.
Yeah,
So because
I
he
can
told
know
you
to
that he
reserve
was-
my
he
feelings.
was fucking multiple people.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at him like a fucking liability
Keyword,
that he
I'm
is.
gonna look at. You just judged him and put him
I
in
did
his
not.
hoe box.
I did not. I
put him
did
in a
not
hoe
call-
box.
He's not a hoe. He's
Put him
not
in
a
a hoe
hoe.
box.
He's not a hoe. If he's fucking people for a place to live, for food to eat, for this, that, and the
That's
third,
called
he's a
survival.
hoe. No, that's some hoe shit.
Yeah.
Because you're a man and you can get that shit absolutely on your own. You don't have to
So
fuck to get it. I'm saying if you're using these people, if this is your way of life, if this is how you, this is the means to an end, you fucking these people, I'm gonna look at you a kind of way. I'm also gonna say, you know, I don't have anything to contribute that the other 12 people are not already
Exactly.
giving you in life. So I'm gonna be over here. We can dap it up, but we don't really need to do much else because I don't serve a purpose for you. And you damn sure don't serve a purpose for me.
And that's the whole point of why we need standards.
True.
Because if a man tells me that that's his lifestyle, I'm
Mhm.
straight. I'm not about to waste my time on that because you a hoe. You
But-
do hoish things. You have hoish ways.
If the
I'm straight.
same man decided that he wanted to quit being a hoe and fuck with me, am I gonna hold his wholeness over his head? No.
No,
Am
but
I
in
gonna
the
be
back
on
of
the
head,
lookout?
you gonna
Am
know.
I gonna be on the lookout
Like,
for
you had a
reoccurring hoe
That's a
shit?
choice. Holding the pass to somebody is a choice.
No, but
I could hold a pass over everybody's head.
you can hold the past
And that would be
only
wrong
as.
with me.
But why would I even want to be with somebody that I gotta hold their past over
No,
their head?
you don't hold it over their head, but you know in the back of your head.
What I know is different from what I do
so if
or
see the
say to this
or
person.
the red flags come back.
Then I'm gonna go mind my fucking business. I'm gonna make him feel a kind of way about it. I'm gonna be like, you know what? I changed my mind.
And you gonna move
And
on
I
to the
gotta
next.
go.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I think, like I said again, it's important you know if they are holding.
But that
So I
might
just convinced
that's
you.
just.
But
gonna
no
leave
amount of
you-
them telling me is going to make me understand that they're a
Yeah.
hoe. I have to observe their wholeness
You should get to
myself.
judge everybody based on
Okay.
them and how they treat you.
Exactly.
So we know your answer. You're down with fucking hoes.
No.
Now, my
I have fucked
hoes.
with a lot of people. Some of them might have been hoes. Some of them might not have been.
What
Okay,
about you?
innocent people, hoes.
Would
But
you-
I'm not
would
gonna
you
place
fuck
red flags on
with
them.
some hoes?
Drake.
I wouldn't fuck with Drake, but I've definitely fucked with some hoes. Absolutely.
Why wouldn't you?
Drake is not my flavor of motherfucker.
Okay,
to fuck
so
with.
if there was a
I'm just
man
not
that
attracted to him.
was just fine as hell, and he told you, "Hey, I'm a hoe,"
Yes, been there, done that. Yes, I would.
you would still fuck with him.
Yes.
And he
Like
said,
your
"I
boy
don't want no
Morris.
relationship. I don't
That's
want
fine.
no commitment.
Like your
Nor
boy
do I.
Morris
You just want the dick."
like your boy Morris Chestnut.
Yes, I'm fine with that.
And you're okay with that.
Yeah, because
Wow.
I know we already established where we're at, where this lives and dies. We established that.
Okay.
Two
If I'm not
consenting
trying
adults.
to fuck with a hoe, then I won't fuck with
Then I
that
won't
hoe.
fuck with a hoe. But if I'm trying to fuck with a hoe, then I'll fuck with a hoe. It's not going to make me feel any different based on what they do. You know what I'm saying? If he's going through a thing where he feels devalued and that anybody who wants it can get it, all they need to do is ask and he's dick ready, willing, and able, that's on him. I don't feel the same way about my vagina. Those are choices that I'm making. To say, no, I'm going to be a little reserved with my shit. Where I'm at mentally, physically, spiritually with myself, no, I don't want to do that. But you do you. If that's how you feel. And if, you looking good one day and I feel like maybe I want to give it a go, I'll know I have access. Now let me tell you what might make me go off on a hoe. If I decide, I know you a hoe, and I decide I want to fuck with you and you're not trying to fuck with me, then you want some bullshit with your hoe ass. Because why not? Because why the fuck not? I don't understand. Everybody can get it. It's available. But I can't fuck? The fuck out of here with that. Because what? Like, no. But that's because I've established in my mind, or they've at least set a precedent, that it's available.
And that's why I don't fuck with niggas like that. Because I had a nigga like that came over this bitch 2 weeks ago. This motherfucker was like, he just gave me the best fucking sex when I bent over and he fucked me real good. And then the next week he was like, I just want head and I want to fuck you in the ass. That's it. And I'm like, huh? You ain't giving me no dick? What did you say? He said, I told you I'm not fucking you. Bye.
Yeah, no, why?
No, because you a hoe. You let everybody else get it, but then all of a sudden you don't want to give me any ass.
Yeah, no.
Fuck you. But you want some head, right? But
Right,
you
if
want-
it's transactional, then let it be transactional. And if it's
And it's-
emotional, let it be emotional.
Oh, my whole thing is this. Like, I hate dudes that do that shit. Like, don't tell me you gonna fuck me or you want head or to fuck me in my ass, but you don't want to give me no dick.
It's weird.
That's the worst thing you could do to a
That's weird.
female. Like, that just makes you a bitch ass nigga.
Yeah.
You know? So, like I said, if
It's
you a hoe, be a
devaluing.
real hoe.
It's
Be real.
devaluing. Right.
Yeah.
You know what? I stopped talking to a dude. Let me tell you. This nigga really was so convinced that we were gonna fuck. I really had to cut the shit short by date number 3. Like, you're speaking about pussy that you haven't even smelt yet. Like, what are you even talking about? You sound crazy talking to me like this. So then I just started talking to him reckless. Like, so as to push the envelope to be like, oh, you want to talk about sex, huh? Like, just got,
I thought you was
just
crazy
like,
after
he
that.
probably did,
Like,
and
you
I
said some
loved it. I loved every
Ain't
minute
wrong.
of it. Everything that he said to me, like, every opportunity he gave me to call him out about some bullshit, I called him out about it. Like, he was telling me about threesomes. I was like, oh, threesomes, like, like 2 guy threesomes? Those kind? Oh my God, why would you say that? Why wouldn't I say that? You like 4 tits, I like 4 balls. Let's talk about it. Like, he just was so outdone by everything that I was saying, and all I was doing was matching the tone and cadence of shit that he was saying, and he was like visibly uncomfortable by the shit. And I'm like, you're a bitch. You're an absolute bitch.
Like that.
And I'm still not gonna fuck you. I'm so convinced that I'm not gonna fuck you. Now I have to emasculate you. Like, it was just on that level. It was absolutely ridiculous. And he was so convinced. He was so pretty. Oh, I make so much money. My hair is curly. My lips are soft. Nigga, fuck you. Fuck.
Did he want
you.
money, or what was his thing of saying now?
He didn't want shit. He wanted to fuck. He didn't want shit. He just wanted me to be on him.
Oh,
he wanted me to, like,
jock him.
yeah, fuck you.
Stock him.
Yeah. He
Yeah,
wanted me to be pressed to fuck with him. He wanted to feel like
Was he Puerto
doing
Rican
something.
looking? Because you said long hair,
was-
so I want to
no.
make sure it's not ponytail.
No. He had curly hair.
Was it
He had,
long?
no, it wasn't long. He kept it in like a
Yeah.
faux hawk with his old ass. He was way too old
Oh,
for
okay.
a
It's
faux
not my
hawk.
boo. I thought you were talking about my boo here in Pontiac.
No.
You know what's so crazy? I got
know
this
him.
dude, right? I swear. He think I'm a hoe. Well, he knew about my hoish ways, okay? We're cool. But have you ever met somebody that you want to marry, but you know they situations all fucked up?
Yes.
Like they got kids and baby mamas before you even came into existence in their world. And dude tells you he would marry you, but won't have sex with you, won't fuck with you like that, won't spend no time with you because he got his baby mamas and everybody else all around him.
Yeah.
What the fuck is that shit about?
One of two things. Just in my experience, in my opinion. One is that some men are very caught up in their image of a woman, so they won't want to sully. If they really, really, really are feeling a bitch and don't want to do her in the way that they've done previous women that they maybe don't respect, perhaps he doesn't want to ruin her in the way that he knows he's ruined other women. Or it could be absolute lip service, and he's just talking.
That talk.
He's
Sounds
just talking
more like
because
two.
it sounds good to say, oh, you know, I really only really let these hoes suck my dick. You, I just fuck missionary style.
No,
You know, some
I'm
dumb
saying
shit.
that this situation is completely the opposite. Like, they don't fuck you. They don't touch
No,
you.
I was
They
just
don't.
using that as an example. Like, it's just some overlay from the underplay type shit. Like, no, he's just saying something.
What about you? Have you ever been in a situation where you loved a woman, but you knew you couldn't be with her for whatever reason, and maybe because you had a partner or whatever? I mean, have you ever been in that situation where you know you want to be with this girl, you love her to death?
I know. Not because I had a partner, but because maybe she had a partner.
No, but you have a partner. You got a baby mama.
If
You
I
got
had
a
a partner,
family.
I'm not falling in love with other people. If I'm in a dedicated relationship,
Okay, so you're different.
I'm
Today.
easy to end. It's easy to just end that.
20 minutes ago, you said
If I'm cheating, if I'm cheating on somebody I love, then it's not no dedicated relationship shit. It's somebody who infatuated my eye. But it ain't no deeper than that.
Well, I'm only asking.
And I always get caught. And then it fucks up the real relationship anyway. So it's just like, but I have been in love with people that I cannot have because they're involved in something.
So here's the
And
question.
they won't leave them.
Here's the question.
That's a long time ago.
It's going back to being a hoe. Because we got this.
I know all about that. Let's go.
So remember how we had that conversation about you were with that girl that fucked your brother and this and that, and you still would take her
I
back.
didn't say that actually happened. I said,
But would you in reality take
No.
back a woman that was a hoe and fuck basically all your homies, your cousins, your daddy?
I wouldn't take her back. No, it would.
Your
She'd be.
daddy, god damn.
She would be treated differently from that point on.
How would you treat her? As a friend, a hoe friend?
Yeah, as a friend, I wouldn't be disrespectful and I wouldn't hate her, but it would definitely be
So it's
on
over.
a lower tier.
You gave me hope for a minute, and then you switched that shit
It
up.
wouldn't be no motherfucking I love you with all my heart, even though you fucked all
So
my
it's
brothers.
done. It's done.
Pretty much.
And the second one told me that. Well, it's time for me to move on. So if you know anybody that's single,
I do.
that shit is
And on
done.
that
do.
note, looking
know
for
the
that
perfect-
love connection.
Yeah, so if anyone
Lil'
listening
Rock.
to this podcast wants to come here to Pontiac,
Yeah,
that's ready for
I
a
know
serious
it, dude.
relationship with a big dick, ready
What
to
his dick looks
relocate
like,
to
but-
Pontiac, Michigan. You know, I'm right here, baby. You have a thrill of your life. I can go for 12 hours straight, too. Just be riding it.
Damn. You need somebody young.
Stop. Every time.
Lil' Rock.
But you gotta be right, cause I swear, I'm just tired of dealing with these hoes. These men are hoes out here. Like, I'm tired of these dudes saying, yeah, I want to be with you, but I'm a hoe too. I don't want that shit. I just want somebody to just want to lay the pipe and get money. What's wrong with
It
that?
sounds like you need someone that is just strong in their conviction.
Yes.
Whatever that is, someone who has decided what they want
No game.
and decided that you are what they want, and they're willing to walk the walk and do what that means.
That's so nice. Thank you.
You need
That's
somebody
the
that's not gonna hurt you ever again.
Yeah, exactly.
That's not a hoe.
Right.
Not a hoe.
That's not going to hurt you.
Or is a
that's
recovering
not bisexual.
Yeah,
That is
a
somehow
recovering hoe.
a 30-some-odd-year-old virgin.
Maybe 22.
A 22-year-old virgin.
In their 20s, 30s.
with
I'll go
a
with the
double-digit
40s.
body count. Low double-digit.
Low. Let's try to
But
stick under
somehow-
100.
But somehow
Big,
a
big.
master.
Gotta have a big, not
In the
too big,
bed.
but big enough.
Fuck for 12 hours straight.
Fuck for 12 hours straight. No
Or
pills.
at least just be able to hit it for a good 40 minutes and shit.
That
Some
ain't
dudes
asking
can't
too
even
much.
do, oh,
Some of them
5
can.
minutes.
Some of them
Oh
can.
man, that's when I said I'm
You know,
done.
nutrition,
This is what I'm dealing with. 3
drug
minute brothers.
use, all types of things.
The fuck am I
factor
gonna
into
do with
that.
3 minutes, girl? I gotta prepare for 3
Nothing.
minutes. 3 minutes of my fucking life wasted. Isn't that terrible? You go through a whole fucking week and you only get fucked for 3 minutes. You be waiting for dick all week. And then when you finally get the
I
dick, it
can't
only
even
lasts
imagine
for 2.5 minutes. A long stroking.
Maybe the good Lord has just blessed me. That's just never really been a reality.
Well, you have been blessed because that's my reality. That was the worst thing I dealt with this fucking week, and that's why I said I'm done. I'm not.
Did
having
he
sex
not?
anymore.
I mean, that's just selfishness. After the 3 minutes, he didn't feel like he should do anything else.
He did it 3 a.m., but that was only for another 3 minutes. So
If I
My
feel like I can only
reality
last 3
is-
minutes,
I only
hit
get.
my mouth for
selfish.
another 40.
I might get.
That's just
This is my
selfish.
lifestyle, which is so terrible, and I've got to make a serious change now. It's like, if I'm lucky, I might get fucked once a week for 3 minutes.
My heart goes out to you.
If I'm
Really?
lucky. And I've been
I'm
dealing
so
with this shit now for
I'm
6
gonna
years.
pray for you
Right.
tonight. I'm gonna pray for
But
you.
see, he's 55.
that doesn't mean shit.
And
It's some strong 55-year-olds.
yeah, I know. I don't know what's going on. And you know
It's
what?
like Moore's
I
chest.
like
Right.
more chest.
I've tried to just work with it, but I can't fuck with you. And
No, that's selfish. That's purely selfish. Let me say this. Have you expressed a need for more? Or are
Plenty
you
of
just
time.
like, all in 3 minutes, are you making him feel like he is the man? And that you don't need shit else?
no, I've expressed it in 6 years plenty of times. That's why I had to do my whole run.
But it's been 6 years, though.
I know, and
At
I'm
what
How
like,
many
point
minutes
do you
is that?
just-
In 6
so I
years?
had the conversation with
20.
him, and I said to him, no, seriously, real conversation. I had
Damn.
after the 3 minutes, I had a conversation. We got up early in the morning. We went to go get some donuts. Y'all ever been to Avon Donuts?
Yes.
Oh my God, they got the best donuts.
They
We got
really
up
do.
at 6 a.m. in the morning to go get some donuts and coffee. And that's when we had the conversation. And I said, you know,
What did you say?
I said, you know, you 55, and you know, you like 20
Damn.
years older than me. You done already lived.
That's how
you
the
a granddaddy
conversation
now.
started.
Yeah, I said, you already lived your life. You got grandkids. You done been married.
Your life is over.
I ain't even got a kid.
Over
Shit.
now.
Let alone I'm getting fucked for 3 minutes once a week. So I'm equating maybe, if I'm lucky, 12 minutes a month in sex. This is really sad. Y'all gotta hook me up with something.
What did he say?
He laughed and he was like,
he's
he was like, you ain't gotta say it like that. Like my life is over. Just like
right.
But I mean, the reality
say it like that.
But the reality is, come on now, I've been dealing
But what
with
was like the
shit.
point
Maybe
of what
that's
you were
why
saying?
I'm so
What was the
depressed.
conclusion of what you were saying to him? You were just trying to open up the floor to be like, hey, you're really short-ending me on the dick.
I told him that maybe
with your old ass.
we should just be friends.
Oh.
I told him, you know.
Dagger
But
to
he
the heart.
ain't trying to let go.
Exactly.
He ain't trying to let go.
His dick shriveled up and went inside of his body at that point.
But he not
He
gonna
was like,
try.
let me go on and get this bitch this maple bacon.
But what am I
cooler.
supposed to do with 12
Get the
minutes a
fuck
month?
up out of here. I
Maybe
mean,
that's
I
why
don't
I'm
know.
so
You tell
depressed,
me you've been
smoking
taking
all
it for
this weed
6
and doing
years.
drugs.
But you've been taking it for 6 years. You figured out something to do with it. You found space for it somehow.
I was a hoe.
No, don't discount him. He been giving you 6 of the best years of his 3-minute dick having life.
12 minutes a month.
All I'm saying is if that's all he got to give and he been giving it to you and you've been accepting it, you have to accept some sort of
Okay, but
responsibility
I'd rather
for making him
be-
feel like it's okay.
No, I mean, it was a good 3 minutes. You know, I mean, his third leg was
So what you
literally
been
a
stroking?
third leg.
So what you been stroking his ego for? What do you think that you were going to get out of the deal aside from the 3 minutes a week?
You know what? Friendship. I think that was why I really just stuck it out. We were good friends.
Well, be his friend.
And that's
There you
it.
go.
And that's
Be
why I
his
said,
friend.
I told him, I had the conversation the other night, and I said, no, I just really want us just to be friends. I said, we have the best time. We go on road trips. We do things together.
Be his friend. Then.
Yeah, but
Amen.
in regards to fucking, I said, you already lived your life. You a granddaddy. I'm not even a mother yet.
Yeah.
I want to, have
Be
a
his
family.
friend and feel no obligation to give him those 3 minutes if you don't want to. But if you decide you want to, then
It's depressing.
Let them be a great.
Could you
3 minutes
imagine
for
your
him.
life? Imagine 7 months,
No.
6 years of just being fucked for 3 minutes a week.
No.
That's worse than jacking
After
off.
6 weeks, I'm gonna be like,
I
hey,
be I be complaining to Myron.
Hey,
Myron be thinking like niggas be thinking I'm like a hoe, like I just got dick for real, for real. I can't get no dick because niggas think that's all I do is get dick. So, when you are going through recovery,
I just can't with this hoes anonymous shit.
yeah, I'm done.
This recovery.
Because when you listen to this
Holism.
shit, you gonna be like, this is deep shit. I'm gonna have to get this girl back on my shit. She's great.
There's somebody for you that has more than
3
2
minutes.
pumps and a grind for you.
Look, I met this one dude at
Every
work. Though. I
21
told
days.
you every time, I would relapse. So it was one dude at my job when I was working in Shelby. This motherfucker used to be a stripper. Girl, when I tell you that motherfucker did something to me I ain't never had nobody do. Girl, he put on his stripper moves on me. Girl, he was eating my pussy while I was standing up. I was like, ugh. But see, I fucked that relationship up. So, I mean,
How? Well, I mean, number one, you worked
I
together.
embarrassed him.
Oh,
I did
God.
some shit that I shouldn't have did. Like, he told me why he went to prison, right? Now, you don't tell nobody this shit. But he was being real frank with me. And he was like, I went to prison for shanking a nigga. And I said, what you mean shanking a nigga? He said, I went to prison for putting a hot curling iron in a nigga's ass.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
And I went to prison for about 14 years for that.
Oh my God.
So basically, he was doing a robbery, and instead of having a gun, he stuck the dude with the hot curling iron in the ass.
Oh my God.
So,
What nigga is waiting for the curling iron to heat up?
I don't know. This is a
To
true
get
story.
stuck with
You
it.
can go to,
LL Cool J?
check this out. His record is on the
MDOC?
OTIS.
Not Otis.
Yeah, it's
So
on Otis.
look.
So anyway,
But, I have so many questions.
I went to, he told me this. He was flirting with all the bitches at work because we worked together. So, I told somebody at work that's what he did. I told
Did
the
you
wrong
tell-
guy.
did
I told
you
the gay
tell-
guy, and he went crazy. So he would walk by him and be scared. He's like, I don't want that shit happening to me. So and he told the whole plant. And the
Oh, my
whole
God.
plant knew that's why he went to prison. And that he's sticking up dudes with curling irons
Oh my God.
And he told me the reason why he did that was because he would get satisfaction when he would rob people to see them in agonizing pain, with curling irons in their ass. For me being a comedian that I am.
Why would you tell anyone that?
Because he pissed me off.
Baby girl. He pissed you off how? You just said he was standing up eating your pussy or whatever.
That was at the end because he played me. Because he forgave me. He gave me the good dick and then he left and never called me again. That was payback.
It was.
He was like, okay, I'm going to give this bitch the best sex she ever had.
And then never call her.
And never call her back.
Well, I bet you learned your lesson, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. I shouldn't have told nobody about that curling iron situation.
If a motherfucker give you their secrets, it's not so you can use them against them.
But it wasn't like that though.
What you mean?
In the beginning, I made a mistake.
Right.
And so when I apologized, it was just too much.
Apologies don't absolve the person of their hurt. They absolve you of your guilt.
Yeah.
The other person is still fucked up.
But see, my thing was he should have told me that in the beginning. Because he never said
he
to
trusted
me.
you enough to tell you that.
He never said to me,
don't tell anybody.
Yeah.
Why would you tell anybody that?
Because you know what it was.
You knew it was
I wanted to embarrass him because I seen him
flirting with bitches. You said that.
Yup.
You said bing, ding, ding. You said that in the beginning. And you said he was flirting with these bitches. Little did they know he liked to stick hot curling irons up in these asses. Wait till they find out.
I was a hot mess last year. I had a mouth on me. Ooh. Trying to change my ways this year, 2020. Trying to be a good girl. So because I can't live with this 3-minute a week shit. This shit is terrible. I'm like, sometimes I wonder, like, maybe I should just pay for dick. Then I was like, nah, I'm just gonna go to the club.
Should never pay for what's free.
You should get paid.
No, right. I'm like, no, maybe I'll just go down to the casino and be a hoe. So yeah, I've been thinking about
That'd be much easier, much smarter.
maybe switching it up
and less costly.
and maybe, you know, going from hoe anonymous to just being a hoe.
Hoe public.
Just go out and have fun and just find me a big dick motherfucker and say fuck it. But see, I don't want to live that lifestyle.
But what if you just wind up falling in love? What if you go out with that set in your heart and then you find someone who is like you? And you all just
hey, what you doing this weekend, girl?
skip off into the sunset.
Like she gonna need to help me find a man.
I'm a great wing woman. I'm an excellent wing woman.
Cause I need a man. Cause I'm sorry, but when I told y'all my story about the 3 minutes, both of y'all faces dropped. Like
that's sad. That's a sad story.
I mean, you know, one time I timed it. I was watching commercials on TV.
Oh my
I
God.
don't wish that on anybody.
It said it was done before the commercial break.
Yeah.
That's not good.
So, guess we're leaving.
No, are we? I should. I gotta go to work.
That's what I was. Well, my thing is, well, Myron.
Go to work.
No, I'm trying to figure out what Myron's about to do. Is he staying
What
here,
is he about to do right now?
or because if he's staying here, I'm going to bed.
I'm asleep.
And then what are y'all about to do?
Go to sleep.
Y'all can stay here, y'all can chill. But I figured y'all probably want to go get freaky.
Thank you.
You know, I mean, it's getting late and then you got to go to work. You don't want to be up, getting up at 6 to go, fuck.
It's already my life.
We gonna be like this.
Definitely. We'll be coasting. No, I'm out at 1 tomorrow. I got a half day. And I'm going to a cheer competition in Grand Rapids.
You driving?
Yep. Sure am.
See, you gonna need your sleep.
I'm gonna be alright. Just an hour now.